Everybody, welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We're going to give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. Let's get to our screenshot here. Here we go. We've got with us Alex Smart back. We got Ninos. We got Zawacky. We got Damian Sosh, Shane Mickle. And by the way, we do have a like goal, Rod, right? We got a guy named Sunshine that we did it in honor of Sunshine. If Rod, we get 100 likes, we'll get a bonus, right, Rod, in your segment for Sunshine?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely for sure. Smash that like button. And I think I have two bonus bonus. Two bonus.
One specifically for Sunshine. So there we go. Here's how they'll line up here for this evening. Smart, Sosh, Ninos, Mickle, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. Craziness here with this trade deadline will impact the game tonight. Syndergaard not on the mound here. He's been moved to Philadelphia, so keep an eye on this pitching change between Oakland and the LA Angels late night game. Last game on the board, we'll have a pitching change with Syndergaard on the move. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this show underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs and at Sports Chat Place, where he does great work there. Top producer in the NFL last year. Let's bring him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
How's everything, Tony? How's your day going?
Day's going great. Exciting watching some baseball. All this news going on. Keeping an eye on training camps. So a lot happening today. It's that time of the year. We're getting close. We got the first preseason game coming up here on Thursday. So a lot happening in baseball world with these players moved. But tonight we'll be looking at a game here with two contenders here. I think people wanted a little more from the Blue Jays. We'll see how it rolls here. Rays here to host the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays favored on the road, the total of 7.
Yeah, the Rays have been the Blue Jays have been seeing the ball quite well lately, and this is an explosive offensive team when they've got everything going, and they're a team to be reckoned with. And tonight we've got a situation where guys like Vlad Guerrero are on a 12-game hitting streak. He's increased his average over the last month by close to 20 points, and when Guerrero's on his game, the Blue Jays seem to be on their game. So, I'm sort of looking at this Guerrero situation as like an ignition going into the hottest time of the season, the stretch run. So we'll see where the Blue Jays go. But tonight it's a bet against Rasmussen. And the reason why I'm so down on Rasmussen, he started out great this season, but, he's given up 35 hits over his last 22-point innings pitched. He never seems to go deep. 7 of his last 8 games he has not gone past the 5th inning. So this is a guy that could really, really get beat up here, and this game could be out of hand very quickly. So, if we see a decent number here also on the first 5 innings, I think we should take it. Full game situation with the Blue Jays also. We'll take that one on the money line, and we'll just go with the Blue Jays tonight. First 5, and finally on the money line on the entire game.
All right, we got Alex here looking at the Blue Jays here, minus 135, and says even sprinkle some here on the first 5 here, of course, with Gausman on the mound. Gausman has been pretty good numbers up here when you look at him. He does have an ERA of 3.38, but his FIP is 2.06, which suggests his ERA going lower based on these numbers. He's put up some great numbers here with the 28% strikeouts, the low walks, and the 40% ground balls, and limits the home runs. And we've talked about here with Toronto, they took 3 of 4 at home here against the Tigers. We'll see how they do here on the road in this spot. Of course, when you look at Toronto with Gausman on the hill, with their 11-3 against the AL East.
Yeah. So like I said, for me tonight, this is me going against Rasmussen and expecting Gausman to be average at best, and average at best with those numbers is enough to get us to the promised land tonight. And that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, looking here, going against Rasmussen. And, of course, right now, Blue Jays are crushing right-handers right now. They've won 8 straight off a day off and are hitting 296 against right-handers over their past 10. So we got the Blue Jays minus 135 here against the Rays. This one will have a start time here, top of the hour. All right, Alex, let's go over at Pig Dogs Premium here for tonight. We got 15 games on the board for Major League Baseball. There is a game in progress, but that's game 1 of the doubleheader. There will be a game 2 here between this Rockies and Padres game. What do you have going on over at the site?
I've got one key Major League Baseball selection for tonight. We're laying a little bit of lumber, but it's a very, very strong selection. So join me. We'll make the books pay for taking our action. So, and also get ready to join me here as football season gets underway very shortly.
That's right, guys. Going over with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. Prim's got his MLB best bet of the day right now. $29 credit guarantee. Must win, or you receive credit for the amount you paid back into your account for more picks. So credit guarantee on Alex's best bet of the day. Also the long-term passes, 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get that 1 month all sports pass here from Alex. You get 1 month of baseball. Also, the first week of college football, as at the end of August, last weekend of August is when we get the college football underway. All of preseason football as well as it begins here with the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. The following week, we're ready to go with full cards here of preseason football the following 3 weeks from there. So a lot of action here with that 1 month all sports pass, including baseball, the first week of college football, as well as NFL preseason. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. Of course, we got to Alex was the top unit producer in the NFL over at Pick Dogs for 2021. Close to 2,000 units of profit. So get on board, of course, with that 3rd-day all sports pass at a second capper, 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value there at Pick Dogs. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue to get ready, great football season, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
And just a heads up, I'm going to throw some futures bets out there as the month goes on for this upcoming football season. So I'll see you guys during the month, and hopefully we throw some profitable futures bets out for everybody on football.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. All right, Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. Have a great night. Alex Smart with us here on the show. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. And I think it's ready to go on and move in and bring in Damian Sosh if I'm over at Pick Dogs. Primmer does great work up there. Keeping an eye. I was out in the Philadelphia area. Probably like the news here about Syndergaard coming over.
Yeah, I just saw Syndergaard, and they also got, I guess, Brad Marsh kind of shore up that center field, the outfield, where they just have had plenty of issues in center field. So it's a good trade, I think, for the Phillies, bringing somebody else in there. Anybody else other than what they've had.
Yeah,
would pretty much be an improvement.
Yeah, it would be an improvement. You know, you do got Nola, you've got some Pivetta, you've got some guys there. Ranger Suarez on his good day can be really good. Yeah. So you've got at least 4 pieces there. And that's what you do is when you get into the playoffs, you use 4 pieces, 4 starters. That 5th guy is usually one of your long relievers anyway.
Yeah, and Wheeler as well. The one thing I do worry about Syndergaard is I noticed a lot of his strikeouts are down. Hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully that's not going to be bad news because Citizens Bank Park is one where the ball will fly out of there. So hopefully it won't be the case for him, but we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, that first year off the injury, so we'll see. Of course,
yes.
He hasn't faced. He faced pretty much AL competition, so the NL is going to start to see him. We'll see how that works into it. We're going here at 8 Eastern time. Interesting one here. Rangers here to host the Orioles. Texas here at -125, total 8.5.
Yeah, at first glance, I think you look at this game, you kind of see 2 of the bottom of the rotation guys, and I think the first instinct is you're going to see a lot of runs in this game. I mean, the Orioles, Jordan Lyles, he's just 7-8 on the year with a 4.56 ERA. And the Rangers, Spencer Howard, he's just 2-2 in the season, a 5.93 ERA. However, both these guys are pitching much better than those numbers are indicating. In the month of July, we saw Jordan Lyles pitch 32 2/3 innings, and his ERA was 3.58. As for Spencer Howard, he started the month of July with an ERA of 10.97, and we've seen it drop to where it currently sits at 5.93. Bottom line is both these guys are pitching much better than those numbers. And these teams are backed by some pretty solid bullpens. We have the Rangers bullpen ranking 12th in all of baseball, a very respectable 3.78 ERA. And the Orioles have one of the better bullpens in the league. They rank 4th in the league with a 3.05 ERA. And both teams we have near the bottom of the league in the terms of batting average. The Rangers are tied for 20th. The Orioles are just 24th. So I think we see a trend here in this game. The pitching, I think, is going to be a little bit better than expected. Offense is not so much. The under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams in Texas. And I like the under again here in this one.
All right, we got Damian Sosh here liking the under here in this one between the Orioles and, of course, the Texas Rangers. When you have pitchers like this on the mound, first thing you think is quick hook, right? Any trouble? Wouldn't be surprised seeing 4 innings for these pitchers. The one thing we have going for you here with the under is the fact that you've got an Orioles bullpen has shown great improvement this season. They're doing great work here. When you look over their past 10 games, their Baltimore bullpen at 2.2. Or the Rangers a little high, though, at 5.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the quick hook, and I'm okay with that. I mean, when you look at it, I know the Rangers bullpen has been struggling a little bit, but overall they've been consistent this season. The Orioles have been one of the best in the league. We've seen them. I don't think anybody expected the Orioles' record to be where it is right now, and a big reason for that is the significant improvement of that bullpen. It's a shame, they did get rid of Jorge Lopez, their closer, but that's a bummer for Orioles fans, but I don't think that's going to come into play in this one, and I still like the under here.
All right, we got Damian here on the under between the Orioles and the Rangers. This one has a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Still 15 games here on the board for Major League Baseball. They will play Game 2 tonight between the Rockies and the Padres. So a 15-game card here for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, lots of games out there today. I have 3 plays out there. You can get them all in my MLB triple play, and they're all for sale individually. And I have a $15 play out there, so you can jump on that one. That's my Major League Baseball total today. Jump on that one, build your bankroll, and then look to turn that into a 3-7 30-day pass. As you mentioned, football right around the corner. We've got the Hall of Fame game this Thursday. And I've got my football packages up on the site for sale. My college football pass, NFL football pass, and a combo pass for both of them. We finished last college football season on fire. Did really well in the bowl games. I'm looking to just go fire all season here in college football and NFL. So take a look at those packages. Take a look at a 3-7 30-day plan where you get every sport.
That's right, guys. Get over with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does have a 3-pack up there right now. It's MLB Triple Play. Get on board with the 3 best bets for Major League Baseball for $40. Credit guarantee. That means it must show profit or your account is credited back with the amount you paid for picks. So there you go. Credit guarantee on his 3-pack up there on the board right now. Damian does have his $15 premium pick up there as well. That's also credit guarantee. You must win or your account is credited for what you paid for picks. So get on board right now with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium 3-pack and his $15 premium. Of course, the long-term pass will serve you well. Damian will be in action here with his NFL season pass as well as college football season pass. Of course, still the remainder of Major League Baseball at a reduced price here, including playoffs. He combines NFL and college football into one pass. So there you go. You can get on board with Damian Sosh with the long-term passes, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board. 30-day pass as well is available, and you can get all of Damian's plays for 30 days. So be in action here from baseball, preseason football, and of course that first week of college football at the end of the month. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damian, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Thank you, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive. Let's continue on. Guys, remember, we have a like goal today of 100 likes, and we've got Ron Zawacky with the bonus plays for you guys. So let's get those thumbs up, those likes coming in. If you missed any of our picks, we will do a recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. It is now time to bring in Ninos to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Al in right now. Let's see if we got him ready to roll here. Yeah, let's see him. Let's bring Al in right now. Al, what's happening? Got you on mute, Al. Let's see. He's going to try and sign back in here. Ninos here on the drive-thru. We'll see if we can get him back because we had no sound on him when he signed in.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Ninos.
Yes.
Ninos. All right, here we go, Al. We nicknamed Al the 70s dad, but that's an inside joke. Anyway, here we go at 7 Eastern time. We have the Guardians here to host the Diamondbacks. We have Cleveland here, favorite here, minus 135, total 7.5.
Yeah, pretty interesting matchup here. The Guardians coming off a 6-5 overtime win last night. Should be another pretty close game, but I expect this one to be a little bit lower scoring with 2 slightly better starters. Tristan McKenzie, not the best starter in the league by any means, not the most consistent starter either. But he had been pitching well before his last outing, which was kind of rough. But again, he was doing well in his last 4 starts before that. And I think he does good here in this against this lineup here. The Diamondbacks, not the best offense in the league, and I think he does well. On the other side, you got Zach Gallen getting the start for the Diamondbacks, and he's having a pretty solid season overall. And well, I do like this Cleveland offense better than the Diamondbacks. I think he does well enough to keep it under this total here. You got the wind blowing in a little bit too. That should help us out. And Cleveland's bullpen's been good this season, so I think they can hold this Arizona offense in check as well. I'm taking this game to stay under the total.
All right, Al Nino says they go under the total here between the Diamondbacks and the Guardians. Under the total here at 7.5. Yeah, hard to argue that one. I like what I've seen from McKenzie. Pretty good whip here, 0.98. Does limit the walks. Of course, when you were looking here at Gallen has been kind of the same. He was kind of a steal a few seasons ago when the Arizona picked him up here. It was for Zach Greinke back in the day. It was they got him from Miami, and he's turned out to be a pretty good starter. That was one of the steals there at the trade deadline, right? Probably 2 or 3 years ago at that trade deadline when they moved out Greinke in for Gallen. And Gallen had performed well here for the Arizona Diamondbacks, who like his ground balls, limits his home runs, and of course you got two young pitchers here that have been looking good. And you mentioned here, the Diamondbacks are a weak hitting team just over their past 10 games, just 221 against right-handers. And by the way, when you look over their past 10 games, both bullpens have put up some good numbers too.
Right, they've been better lately as well, and as I said, Cleveland's been solid all season. You mentioned Gallen. He's been pretty good overall in his career, coming off a rough season last year, but again, he did well before that, right, during his trade, and he's improved again this season. So, it should be interesting to see how all that plays out. But again, I think he has a pretty decent outing today.
All right, we got El Ninos here, Guardians and Diamondbacks under a total of 7.5. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. 15 games remaining here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got my 5-pack out today, so if you want to check that out. I also have a couple extra plays for everyone on the long-term passes, so get one of those or the 2-for-1 capper specials if you want more action.
All right, guys, I get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs. Of course, coming off a really strong day yesterday. He does have a 5-pack up there. Of course, this 5-pack is credit guaranteed. Must show a profit or the amount is credited back into your account for picks. So that's what credit guaranteed means. So you got a 5-pack up there from El Ninos right now. You can buy these individually as well. And El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium does have the long-term passes. Of course, his 38 pass will get you all of his baseball, all his preseason football, if he posts, as well as college football for week number 1. And he does have the individual season passes up right now from the NFL and college football. Not too late to talk about NHL. He was a top unit producer in the NHL at Pick Dogs. He does have his NHL season pass up there right now. Take you all the way to the end of the Stanley Cup Finals when you get on board with El Ninos. Of course, remember that 30-day all sports pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, it's always great having your show. So great evening, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got El Ninos here on the drive to. Let's continue, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. If you followed us early in the show, we get 100 likes. Bonus picks here from Zawacky. So let's get those likes up. We're at 25 at last check, so we need some work to do here. So keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive to. Let's welcome in Shane and Mickle. You'll find over at Pick Dogs. Discuss him. I thought they got the steal of the trade deadline getting Molly over, but let's bring him in right now. Shane, what's happening? We had Shane. We might have lost Shane there for a second there. Hopefully we'll get Shane back. Somehow, some way, we may have lost him. So let's continue on here. Looks like we'll have to bump up Zawacky. So maybe we could get those likes bumping up here. So let's bring in Zawacky if I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does great work up there. So let's bring in Zawacky right now. I think he's ready to roll here. Rod, what's happening? You're on, Rod. You ready?
I'm ready. How's it going?
That's going good. It's going good. Oh, excellent, excellent. All right, here we go. 7 Eastern time. Yeah, we had to bump. I don't know what happened to Shane. We said I lost his connection. But anyway, it's 7 Eastern time. We've got the Nationals here to host the Mets. Big favorites here for the Mets here. 360 total sits at 8.5.
Yeah, big favorites from the Mets here. So for me, instead of picking a side here, because I think this is a blowout game, is of all blowout games. Tough spot here for the Nationals. We know Soto's gone, Bell's gone. That's pretty much a good chunk of their offense there. But we only won a couple. Give me 2 or 3 from the Nationals, and that should get us over the total for what's going on here. We're gonna take the over 8.5 in this one. I think that Mets have won 7 straight games. They're 5-2 to the over in those last 7 games, and over those 7, averaging 6.1 runs a game. And you look at the last 5 meetings versus as these Nationals have been racking up the runs as well in those in the 5 meetings. This last 5 meetings versus the Nationals, they're averaging 7.8 runs a game. So we're going to take the over 8.5. Look at the Mets, 6-2-1 to the over their last 9 road games with a total between 9 and 10.5. Nats 5-2 to the over their last 7 at home. Might be one-sided, but we just need the Nationals to get us a couple runs. So we just get a couple runs there, then that should get us over this 8.5. Because I got the Mets getting at least 7-8 runs for us in that one. So let's take the over. Maybe pile on. Mets do a little piling on to the Nationals. Poor Nationals. But
yeah,
I like
the Nationals a blowout here over 8.5. Of course, so we figured Ron Soto wouldn't be in the lineup tonight. That was pretty much a given that he was going to be moved. I don't think that was no surprise there. So the 8.5. Of course, Jacob deGrom here going to make his season debut. But again, we say it's a season debut coming off an injury. So again, probably a pitch count. I know his last start in the minors was about 67 pitches. So I can only imagine maybe 4 or 5 innings here for deGrom.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. 4 or 5 innings. They'll keep him on a pitch count low. They don't want to burn him up. They want him for the playoffs is what they want. Definitely want him for the upcoming playoffs is what the Mets want. So they'll slowly work him back in. And in night games, he's pretty close to almost a 3 ERA, just 2.88 if I'm not mistaken. Remembering off the top of my head, it's pretty close to 3 in night games is deGrom. So I think he can give us 1 or 2. The Nats might be able to get 1 or 2 off because he's definitely not going to go the full game. So that's what I figured. My the way I capped it, Nats get 2 runs, Mets get 8. 8-2.
8-2, he's got it. All right.
In that area.
Blowout there here. Mets Nationals over total of 8.5. This one will have a start time 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod. Let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pimps tonight. 15 games remaining here on the board for Major League Baseball. Padres and Rockies will play Game 2 of their doubleheader at 10 Eastern time tonight. So that gets you to 15. We've also shown you results here in college football, which were outstanding here. College football will begin week 1 here at the end of the month. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Now over at Pick Dogs Premium today, we got my Tackle the Book Tuesday package where you can get all 3 of my best bets in MLB tonight. I absolutely love. Jump on over, scoop that up. Or if you just want one play, my best bet that I love tonight, my Bookie Buster, you can scoop that up, $20 because my top play that I love the best out of all 3 of those. Available over at Pick Dogs Premium. Or like we said, you got 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. Scoop that up. You can get my week pass for $115. Works out to be $100 for the week. Can't beat that. That's a great value.
Yep,
when
great.
you use the code 50, it's August, so get 15% off all your purchases over at Pick Dogs Premium by using UG15. And we want to smash that like button because we want to get 100 likes, and I'll give you 2 more bonus plays in 2 nights.
That's right. 2 bonus plays from Rod. We get to that 100 like goal, guys. Got up over Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. Does have a Tackle the Books Tuesday, a 3-pack right now. Credit guarantee must show profit or the amount is credited back into your account for more picks. That's credit guarantee on a 3-pack here. His 3 best bets for Major League Baseball's 15-game night card tonight. Of course, he does have Bookie Buster plays up there as well from Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. Of course, the long-term passes Rod was alluding to, that 1-month pass to get you off Rod's plays here. Premium plays for 1 month. You got baseball. You definitely have preseason football. If there's anything in CFL or WNBA, he'll be in action there if he sees something he likes there. But again, week 1 of college football is in play here with that 1-month all sports pass. Of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. Or if you'd like to jump on board here with some of Rod's long-term passes, he does have his college football season pass up there, NFL season pass. But again, I just think the best value right now is that 3-for-1 NFL, NHL, and college football season passes, including postseason, and of course NFL preseason as well, for $1,000. That's pretty good value there. About a little less than $3 a day. You'll get you all of Rod's action here from NFL, NHL, and college football. The season pass there for all 3. Great value there over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board. Use that OG15. That's where you use it for this long-term pass. That OG15 will save you 15% off. So that takes from $1,000 to $850 there. So even greater savings there.
Yep.
Yep, $850 for that 3-for-1 NFL, NHL, and college football season pass. Get it on board right now with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow. We'll keep an eye here on this like goal.
Definitely, for sure. Like we said, hit that like, get it to 100, and I got 2 more plays that I absolutely love, and we'll get some more ways to pound the bookie tonight. So thanks for having me. And if looking to see you later on at the end of the show.
Later at the end.
Hopefully we got Shane back.
That's right. Hopefully get Shane back so he gets by some more time. We're at 47, guys, about halfway there. Let's keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. So, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I think I saw Shane sign back in again, so let's bring in Shane Mickle. If I'm over at Pick Dogs, I think he's ready to roll. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight? I guess my internet decided to go out at the worst possible time, but we're back.
We're back. No worries there. Here we go at 7:45 Eastern time. We have the Cardinals here with Quintana's on the mound tonight, but they just picked him up. That was one of the last deals here at the trade deadline here. Cardinals here to host the Cubs. Here the Cardinals minus 175, total 8.5.
Yeah, one of the most surprising, maybe non-moves of this trade deadline was Contreras and Ian Happ staying on the Cubs. But those two being in lineup really doesn't affect my play here. I think that this is going to be a pitcher's duel. And if it's not going to be a pitcher's duel, it's going to be a good showing by both pitchers. It might not be a 3-1, 2-1 type of game, but I don't see a ton of runs, happening in this game. If Keegan Thompson was on a different team right now, he'd be getting a lot more a chatter about being a good arm for the playoffs. But he's not. He's pretty consistent. When he starts, he's going to give up about 2 or 3 runs, maybe a game or two where he does more. But he's not having those games where he's giving up 6, 7, 8 runs, getting blown up. And then on the other side is Adam Wainwright, who is coming off his best start of the season, and even though he's getting up there in age, he's consistent. And one problem for Wainwright this season is he hasn't gotten a ton of runs in support. I think that happens again here. I think both pitchers are strong, and I think both teams' bats are going to be cold. I do look for only 5 or 6 runs to be scored here, and I like the under.
All right, we got Shane Mickle here going under total here of 8.5. This one is between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals, and of course, Shane, this Cubs team has played a little better here of late. They face a Cardinals team that's kind of in a dogfight here as we move toward the postseason. They've got to get some wins here, and of course, Thompson has been putting up some good numbers, and Wainwright. When you look at the veteran man, he's always put up his best work has been at home.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he loves pitching there in Busch Stadium. I think it definitely happens again here. This Cubs offense, even with Contreras and Happ, even though they've been better, they've been inconsistent, especially 1 through 9. They're top heavy with that lineup, and when you get down there in the bottom half of the lineup, they seem to really struggle. And that's something that Wainwright can take advantage of here. I think he goes deep, 6 or 7 innings. You want 1 or 2 run ball.
There we go. We got Shane here on the Cubs. Cardinals here going under total of 8.5 runs. This one will have a start time here of 7:45 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs being for tonight. Well, putting up your football numbers, they've been impressive here from NFL and college football for last year as we're getting ready for preseason football, college football week 1 at the end of the month. We still have 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. It's the Rockies and Padres will play game 2 of their doubleheader tonight. And it looks like the Padres just got a 2-run homer, so we're up 4 runs here against the Rockies. So what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tonight I got five plays, but only 3 of them are in a package. I have my MLB play of the week, a play I think Vegas has gotten the wrong odds. The odds are very off. And some we're going to exploit here. I've got that individually in a package, $29.99. Where I have that play plus 2 other MLB plays in a package for $39.99. Or like you alluded to, my NFL and college football both were strong last year. I still have that pack up. It's raised the back up with the Christmas in July over, but with that 15% off, it still gets it down close to what it was in Christmas in July, a little more expensive, but there's still a ton of value there. When each package on a Saturday or Sunday is going to be $39.99 or $29.99 for an individual play, your best bet is definitely the long-term plays.
Yeah, get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here in football have been fantastic. Tonight, though, from baseball, he does have a 3-pack, including his MLB Play of the Week. Best bet there for Major League Baseball. In a 3-pack, credit guarantee here, $39. That means this 3-pack must show a profit or the amount is credited back in your account for more picks. That's what credit guarantee means. These plays are also available individually there from Shane Mickle. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well with that 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. That 30-day all sports pass will include all of Shane's plays for Major League Baseball, preseason football, and week 1 of college football. Remember, end of the week, the last weekend here, be part of it. So get on board with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium with that 1 month all sports pass. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. If you're interested in Shane's football, he has put together an NFL and college football full season early bird special, $8.99 for all of Shane's plays from the NFL and college football. Those passes will include regular season and postseason, as well as NFL preseason, postseason, NFL, all the playoffs, college football, the playoffs, as well as the bowl games. Get on board with Shane's NFL and college football full season early bird special right now, $8.99 from Shane Mickle, who put up great numbers last year over at Pick Dogs Premium with his college and pro football. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. See you guys Thursday night.
See you Thursday night. Here, Shane Mickle here on the Drive. Let's continue on. Looks like when we're talking about the Blue Jays, looks like the Dodgers send Mitch White to the Blue Jays. That just hit right now in the. I didn't see who the Dodgers got in exchange, but it was there's a lot of these deadline deals happening here. Looks like Peralta is moving to the Rays, so we're getting all these last minute deals coming in right now. We know about Marsh going to the Phillies in exchange for Logan Hulp, so the Angels continue to move out players from their roster. So looks like another trade alert here. So they're coming in here at the minute. So we'll keep you guys abreast here. You guys can also check your feeds as well. So we just wanted to break some news here. Looks like Mitch White, guy I like White. He was a great strikeout guy at home. Pitched great at Dodger Stadium. So on the road again. It looks like the Blue Jays going after some of the Dodgers young guys here, and they get another one here in Mitch White. We'll see who they get in return. So that was a move here right on the deadline. All right, let's continue on here on the drive to. Let's take a look here at the likes before I give out my pick. We still have some time here. Remember, we get to 100 likes, and Rod Zawacky will give out a couple of bonus plays for you guys. And of course, I've got to refresh to get the likes in. We're at 59. We've got some work to do, guys. 59. Let's get those likes. We've got 135 in the chat room. We can get to 100. Okay, let's keep the thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time for my pick. So let's go ahead and get my game information up for you guys. We're going to be looking at the Phillies game tonight. The Phillies and Braves. We got the Braves here at minus 255. Total sits here at 8.5. I'm going to be on this underdog here. I'm going to take a stab on the Phillies here at plus 215. I like the price on this Phillies team, and the way they played, they come in a pretty good form. Do these Philadelphia Phillies, and I'll show you, let you know. Of course, they did make change to their primary pitcher. We know it's going to be somewhat of a bullpen game, and they went into AAA to bring in Morales here, and I'll give you some of his numbers here. But I just wanted to take note here about how this Philadelphia Philly team got the job done here. When they went on the road here. And they played Pittsburgh. They're on a 5-game win streak. We know that the Braves swept a 3-game series at home to the Diamondbacks, but we look over the past 10 games. The Phillies bats are waking up here. 275 against right-handers. The Braves just 213. Yeah, they had to really struggle in to get that win against Arizona there. And of course, it looks like the Phillies are going to go with Morales here as a primary pitcher. It looked like Apple, but it's going to be Morales, and I like Morales' numbers that he produced there in the minors. He did get summoned here from Double-A to make this start. He does have 3 innings pitched, no earned runs allowed in his 3 innings pitched. That was back in May. He came in May and he was sent back out. Logged in some Double-A numbers that were impressive, 1.48. Only pitched 10 innings in Triple-A, but the numbers there in Double-A were impressive there. 54 strikeouts in 30 innings there. Of course, it is Double-A. We'll see how he does here when he gets moved to the big club. I like this. I like this one here, especially with the move to Morales. It's kind of a surprise for the Braves here, and of course the Braves bats not the hottest right now. They got the job done. That was against Arizona. You're getting a hot Phillies team in right now, hungry, and I like this. A little bit of boost to them too as well. They're getting Syndergaard in their rotation, so lots happening there, guys. So we're going to take the Phillies plus 215 against the Braves, and this one will have a start time of 7:20 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I come off a 4-0 day on the site, top unit producer over in baseball. So right now I have a 3-pack on Pick Dogs Premium. I also have my $15 premium. I've been hot on that one. What, 5 or 6? I've hit with that $15 premium. So get on board with both of those passes, or better yet, why don't you get a long-term pass from me? I have the 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page, you make that purchase. You can save 15% off when you use the promo code AUG, AUG15, AUG, short for August, AUG15 will save you 15% off, so you can save money there. We use a promo code at checkout, and of course, get on board here with me over at Pick Dog Stream. With that, long-term pass, 37 or 30 all sports pass, or to get the individual plays. Remember, my 3-pack and my $15 premium is credit guarantee. Must show profit, or your account is credited for the picks, for the amount you charge. It'll give you pick credits for that. So check it out over at Pick Dogs. Click the link in the description below and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It is time now for the recap. So we'll do the recap, and then we'll keep an eye here on the like goes. Looks like Rod is counting down the likes. We got 20 likes to go. We get 20 likes, we get 2 bonus plays at sign off here from Rod Zawacky. So let's keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's move right into the recap right now. And you know, Rod has been good to us, guys. He gave you a great CFL winner the other night. So let's get those thumbs up coming in. We got started off here with Alex Smart. Alex here was on the Blue Jays, minus 135 against the Rays. Damian Sosh liked the Orioles, Rangers under 8.5. Also, we had Ninos on the Diamondbacks and Guardians to go under 7.5. Shane and Mickle likes the Cubs and Cardinals under 8.5. Rod Zawacky was on Mets Nationals over 8.5. Yours truly on the Phillies, a big dog here. The Phillies here at plus 215 against the Atlanta Braves. All right, the one I like the most, let's see of these I like. I like a lot of these picks. I'm not going to lie to you. I like a lot of them. I just wanted to take a look at notes here that he made on these games. I know I had looked at that Blue Jays Rays game, and that had my attention. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. And I don't think we talked a lot about Gosman because Alex was really going against Rasmussen, but I have a lot to like about Gosman on the mound here for Toronto. Look at that FIP of 2.06 versus the ERA of 3.30. That's a pretty good sign. That strikeout rate at 28%. Low walks, good ground balls, 40%. And of course, the Rays, there's something with this Rays team just not looking the same to me. They dropped 2 of 3 at home to the Guardians. Home is where they play their best. They lose 2 of 3 at home to the Guardians. That, to me, that's not a good sign. And don't forget about Gosman here. Gosman, 11-3, the team record with Gosman on the hill against the AL East. So he's pitched well against the AL East. The Blue Jays have won 8 straight following a day off. And you look at the past 10 games with the Blue Jays hitting 296 against right-handers. And that's going to seal me with the one I like the most there, and that is the Toronto Blue Jays here at minus the 135. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's keep an update on likes. Remember, if we get to 100 likes, Rod Zawacky is going to give you guys some bonus plays, and we hope we can get to that like goal because Rod is sitting waiting, hoping you guys do. So let's get to that like goal here. Let's see where we're at here at 90. Let me bring in Rod right now. We talked to Rod. Rod, why don't you tease him a little bit? What you got? What you cooking here? If we get to that like goal.
Well, we got 2 plays, both in MLB. Might be able to give you 3. Let's get to that 100, and I'll throw you a W. I'll throw you a WNBA play in there. An MLB play. I got 2 MLB plays I like. I think I like a nice home run prop, nice strikeout prop. And we had a nice WNBA play I like tonight that I actually like as well. That as I found. So we got 3 plays if we get to 100.
Yeah,
smash that like button.
Smash that like. We can do it, guys. Let's smash that like button. Let's get to let's get 3 more. 3 more, and we can get to Rod's plays from you. I know you follow Toronto. What do you think about that Mitch White deal? That Dodger pitcher. We need 3 more likes. We should be getting it close to that. Of course,
hey, that's better than what I seen earlier. So that's a good pickup. It'll help. I just noticed the Jays picked up somebody from the Royals. He picked up a player from the Royals, but the problem is he's not vaccinated, so he's not gonna be able to be in Canada. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Oh boy! These guys got to do the due diligence here. I think we got to the 100. We got to the 100.
102.
102.
Yeah,
we got to. We got it. All right, Rod. Let's get the picks.
All right, the first one we're going to go with is we got to go with Aaron Judge to hit a home run here. He's hit 42 already, and he's just rolling right along. How can you not? That's plus 175. I think he hits a home run here against Logan Gilbert. If you look, Logan Gilbert, he's got the highest exit velocity of any starting pitcher in MLB. So I think Judge gets to him and cracks one out up and over the wall. So Aaron Judge to crack a home run is the first bonus play I like. And then pitching, we got Corbin Burns pitching for the Milwaukee Brewers, and he's been pitching lights out. Last time he pitched, he 11 strikeouts His strikeout total today is 7.5. He's had 20 starts this season, and if you average all the strikeouts he's had so far, which is 160 over that season in those 20 starts, that works out to be 8 strikeouts a game. He's over in the prop right now. I see is over 7.5 strikeouts. I think he easily gets over that total. Take Corbin Burns over 7.5 strikeouts. So we're gonna take, and the last one I like is we're gonna take the Mercury against the Suns here in the WNBA. They got that at 10 is the lineup right here, and that's just too many. It's like we seen last time when I gave out the WNBA play here against the Aces, and it was about 13.5. I think 10 is just too many. I think this is a 5-6 point game all day. Mercury comes to play, and their defense comes to shine as well. So I like the under, and I like a lower scoring game in that one, and they keep it closer than the 10. So take the plus 10 with the Mercury. Take Aaron Judge to hit a home run, and Corbin Burns over his 7.5 strikeouts.
There you go. We got it from Ron Zawacky here with that the bonus ones here from Ron Zawacky. We got to that 100, so we appreciate everyone's contributions here on the drive-through. Of course, that'll do it for this edition of the drive-through, guys. Be sure to tune in again on tomorrow. We'll be live here at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Chris, you got Brian Biller, and of course Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. You got Ron Romanelli's rundown in Major League Baseball with picks. You want to check out that video. That thing does monster numbers, as well as Brian's Money in the Bank, as well as his Fast Five. So you got his video series there, Javon's parlay videos. And don't forget the Mills and Brad Francis MMA UFC show. There is a card this weekend, so they'll be on right after the morning show. Tune in on Saturday. That'll do it for this edition of the show. Goodbye, guys. You guys have yourself a great evening, afternoon. Make it a winning one. We'll talk with you again tomorrow live at 6 Eastern.